Hello everyone, Raxby here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Pikmin 3. Last round we got the day started and we explored a little bit in the tropical wilds. We found the SS Drake. Today we're gonna go ahead and go to a new area, the Garden of Hope. We're gonna land here because supposedly Brittany is located somewhere in this area. And we should probably save our crewmates, shouldn't we? So we have 2 juices left, which means that if we run out of juice, it's game over, but that won't really be much of concern. You can trust me on that. It is relatively easy to survive and get enough juice. Brittany should be around here somewhere. We're running out of food, so I'd better find her before it's too late. So, at the start of the day, we will now have day lengths as well. I guess that's coming in a moment. It looks like the onion has followed me here, so where are the Pikmin? Well, we can stand underneath and then we can call or return Pikmin, and you can choose exactly how many you want to get out in the field. In this case, just taking out all 21 makes the most sense, but you could choose to take less, for example. Ah, I see. That onion vessel is a Pikmin nest. Pikminology 2. Stand on an onion and press A to take out or return Pikmin. Sounds easy enough. I'm going to configure the copad so we can use it to check Pikmin status. So we now get a new app on our copad. And this one gives us Pikmin information. But that's nothing too interesting. So as we can see at the top now, we have a time bar. There's a halfway point and an end point. If you run out of time, then the day is over and the day will just end. And that's that for that day. So you definitely want to try and not waste too much time. So because of that, I am immediately getting started here with doing things and not gonna waste time just standing around doing nothing else. Or nothing else, you know? It is good to always do this. We're gonna have to break this down, because if you look at the map, there's not much there that we can go. There's this bridge here that's missing, so that's something that we want to work on. There's another thing here, and a bunch of shards here that we're gonna go ahead and collect. And also, that gives us access to another data file. So let's pick it up. Pikminology 14. When Pikmin have transported all fragments, they will gather in the place the fragments were found. So I explained that already during day 1, but the Pikmin will return to the place where the pile originated. So if you ever want to find them, well, chances are they just went back to the pile. Now, the thing is, the bridge isn't finished. We got one pile, but, well, not always will all Pikmin be in one, or will all the shards be in just a single pile. It is entirely possible that there's multiple piles. Also, we have another enemy here, a dwarf bulber. If you throw a Pikmin exactly on top of it, it will kill it in one go. So that is quite nice. And most of you picked that up. A few of you are left. Well, one of you can go ahead and bring back another pellet here. And I want to try, if I can, get that butterfly. Yeah, there we go. You can get that butterfly as well, and that can sprout another Pikmin too. So, just in case you wanted that one extra Pikmin, which, you know, you always want to try and grow your numbers. So it never hurts to get an extra Pikmin here or there. Now we have 31 Pikmin, and, more importantly, the bridge is built, so we can move on here. But here we have a big bulbar. Now this won't die just from a single Pikmin being hit on its back. But we can get another note here. Hiding place. When the going gets tough, retreat to a hiding place and wait for an opportunity. Yep. So you can always try to hide in tall grass like this in case you're worried. But more so than that, we're going to go ahead and lock on. And once we're behind him, we're going to charge our Pikmin into him. And we should do enough damage right like that to take him out. And we'll put 10 Pikmin on that. And the remaining ones will have to take care of this dirt hill here. I guess I should have sent some... You know what? I will, actually. Grab these pellets here. And you can go in. Because mostly what we want to do this day is just start building up our pigment numbers where we can, in addition to try to find some fruit and probably do some other things as well. This first day shouldn't be too tricky for what I have planned. I have played the game before, of course. I've mentioned that it's my favorite Pikmin game, so it would make sense that I have played it before. But yeah, I guess it's the second day, but the first non-tutorial day still isn't going to be too tricky. I know what I want to accomplish, but we can definitely do that. There's also a data file there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. We're going to go ahead and move up here. And... Dun, 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 dun. Brittany's just lying there. I hope I'm not too late. Pick up, Brittany. Pick up. Please be okay. Al, sorry about that. I was just taking a little nap. So, you're close by? Why was I moving, you ask? Well, you know me. I can sleep anywhere. But never mind that. Listen, I discovered what looks like a huge piece of fruit. But I'm kind of stuck here for the time being. Could you go and check it out for me? Well, sure, I guess we can check it out. So, what she's referring to is this right here. Wow, it's even bigger than I thought it would be. If this really is fruit, then it's a major discovery. I'd like to analyze it at the Drake, but how can I move it? Well, the same way we move everything in this game. Pikmin. So we're gonna go ahead and put 3 Pikmin on that. They'll start carrying it back. We don't have to worry about them. There's no danger. We're gonna move on here in this little cave. Because in this cave, we're gonna find something new. That's right. Another onion, but it's a different color. Although, there's something weird standing in our way. Can I lock on, please? I don't know why it didn't let me lock on. There we go. Medusal Slurker. We're gonna have to take it out because it's holding some Pikmin hostage. I also see that some of my Pikmin are going after things they shouldn't go after, but there we go. The Medusal Slurker is just a regular enemy, nothing too tough. And we free the Rock Pikmin. Yeah, that's right, these aren't called after a color, they're called after a type, I guess. Are these creatures Pikmin too? They're giving me a funny look. But yes, they are most definitely Pikmin too. What the? These ones seem friendly too. Well, yes, they are friendly, and we can toss them at these crystals, and they will do massive damage to us. But just like that, we freed the rock onion. So there, onion was trapped inside that crystal. Since I have 2 types of Pikmin now, I can select the ones I want to use with the C button. Which is definitely a good thing to keep in mind. Because you'll want to switch between the Pikmin type that you want to throw in different situations. And you can also split them up by type. If you dismiss the squad, then it will split them into 2 groups based on the type. Now first things first, we're going to go ahead and grow our Rock Pikmin a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and bring this back. And we're also going to pick up this data file. Rock Pikmin are very hard. Rock hard. Yeah, great advice there. But yeah, in this cave, there's going to be a little bit of stuff that we can do. But as we're doing that, well, it looks like our Reds brought the fruit back. Oh, there's an incoming transmission from the Drake. Analyzing the recovered plant. And it's called a sunseed berry. they don't give the things their original names. They will always give it other names instead. And yeah, large quantities of Pikmin U detected. This is a seed-bearing fruit, making cultivation on Kopai possible. Juice from this fruit is safe for consumption by crew members. So we found it. We found the sunseed berry. I'll add the fruit file to the Copad, where we can store the results of our analysis. So we'll install another app, and that tells us all about the fruit that we discover. And like in the first game, you had to collect ship parts. In this game, your main focus is going to be collecting fruit and various fruit types. I don't know much about plants at all. I'll ask Brittany to write the reports later, since she's the botanist. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue plucking our plants now with that interruption of the sunseed berry over. And we're gonna go ahead and leave our red Pikmin where they are. We don't really need them right now. Yeah, one of you can get that. The rest of you, we're gonna go ahead and get these other things in this room, which is another data file. Pikminology 4. New sprouts will be the same color as the Pikmin that retrieved the pellet or creature. So yeah, if we give things to red Pikmin, then they bring it to the red onion to sprout a red Pikmin. If we get a rock Pikmin to carry something back, then they will bring it back to the rock onion, and it will give us more rock Pikmin. So you definitely want to make sure you carry things with the right color, because otherwise they could bring it to the wrong onion and give you Pikmin of a type that you don't really want at that moment. There we go. We pretty much got everything that we can get in this little cave now, which should bring our rock Pikmin up to 22? I guess 22. So now let's take our entire squad, which is 64. The 3 reds, of course, are still back at base, because they won't come back to this place because it's not a pile of stuff, it's just one item, then they won't come back. But we have a glass pane here now, and luckily these rocks can be very good at breaking through there. They will keep running at it themselves, but it won't go as fast as if you call them back and throw them again. So you generally want to try and do that yourself. Rock Pikmin 2. Rock Pikmin inflict extraordinary damage when thrown directly onto an enemy or object. So yeah, they do the most damage when directly being thrown. So that's what you want to focus on rather than having them just run into something themselves. Let's go ahead and break this wall so Brittany gets free. And there we go. That frees Brittany, our third and final crew member. You, I can't tell you how happy I am to get out of this place. I'm fed up of sleeping rough. I'm super hungry. What's with your entourage there? What's that you say? They're called Pikmin? They're cute. Oh, I agree, they are adorable. But we don't have time for cuteness right now. Look over there, Elf. Ooh, big piece of fruit. Let's work together and nab that huge piece of fruit. That's the plan. So, alright, here we go. So what we want to do is rather than switch to a Pikmin, we want to switch to a Captain. And then we can throw our Captain itself. And then we're going to throw a couple of Pikmin. And now, I'll take it from here. Press minus if you'd be so kind. So whenever you press minus, you can switch to a different leader. And that way you can divide labor. So you can split into multiple squads and multitask. So we're going to switch over to Brittany. And we're going to toss 5 Pikmin up here. And they're going to work on carrying that lemon back. That's really all we need to worry about. There is a thing here as well. So you can throw leaders to places that can't be reached on foot. But they also explain that in the tutorial. Now we could go back the same path, but where's the fun in that? We're going to move ahead. And we're going to switch to a rock Pikmin because, well, we have some enemies here that you have to basically toss a rock Pikmin to break the crystal. And then throw another to kill it. There we go. They're not too tricky to beat, but yeah, we do want to make sure we beat them. There's 26 pieces here, so let's start collecting these shards. And we'll read the data file while they get it. Bulwarp. A Bulwarp's eyeballs are its weakest point. This is actually true. So the Bulwarp, we thought we just dashed in its butt, but their weakest point normally would actually be their eyeballs. So if you can throw with good aim at their eyeballs, that's actually a better way to go about it. But personally, I like to just bum rush them with a large enough group that it doesn't really matter where you hit them. There we go. We're gonna get a bunch more shards here. Now there is a sunseed berry here. I'm gonna wait just a moment to collect that actually. And the reason for that is that Pikmin will always try to take the shortest existing path. But before this bridge was built, that would mean they would have walked all the way around. Now that the bridge is built, they will actually be able to go just right across the bridge. So that saves us a lot of time. Also, we can collect these. I mean, we could do that. I don't think I actually want to do that with the rocks. Well, it would be good to have some more rocks. Right now, they would take them all the way back to the rock base. And I don't really want to go back to the rock base right now. So I'd rather just have them carried here. And this will actually loop back to where the onion is originally. So now we're back at base. We have all of the Pikmin that carried fruit over here. And we have all of them together. And here there will be a few more. And they'll sprout a few more reds, which will always be nice. Yeah, good stuff all around, really. I think we also have plenty of time left still. So we recover some fruit. We'll also recover some other things. And we'll sprout a few more Pikmin. So we can pluck those as well if we want. Now, if you've managed to do all of this in the first day, then you're pretty much right on schedule. That's really all you need to do. Because next up, we're actually going to go ahead and break through this wall. Because that opens up a bunch of new stuff. Now, I don't really want to necessarily explore all of this yet, but one thing I want to grab is the data file here. And what could this be? The raider's picking something up. There's a signal coming from here. Maybe it's a new type of food. Yeah, the food I normally get doesn't give off radioactive signals, Brittany, but you do you. Let's go and look right away. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this node here. And this gives us the best feature in Pikmin 3. Go here. Align the diamond icon on the radar and touch go here to move to that place. How odd to find such a memo. Come to think of it, the radar did have a go here feature. Maybe I should give it a try later on. Now this is an absolutely fantastic feature. So how does it work, you might ask? Well, I'll show it off as an example because we don't really need this. So if we tap the map at any point, while we're, for example, using Elf, then we can, on the map now, you won't be really see it on this screen, but you would see it on the gamepad. We can make Elf go to a certain spot. We can tell him to go here, and he will now automate walking over there. He will keep going even when we switch to the other captain. So this way you can really easily make a certain captain start walking somewhere while you do other things with the other captain. And you can really efficiently split up your tasks. Now, there is some more stuff to do over here. I guess what we can do is fight this yellow Wally Hop, although I like to call them Wally Wogs, which is their American name, which I think is much more fun. Now, the nice thing about Wally Wogs in this game, they can't crush Rock Pikmin. So they are very easy to beat in this game, actually. Come on. Well, we'll put some of you rocks on there. So yeah, we don't really have to worry too much about taking them out now. Because they're going to be very easy to take out. So we can just toss rocks on them. and the rocks won't be able to be killed by it. It will soon be sundown. According to what Elf said, stray Pikmin face attacks from nocturnal predators. It looks like the Pikmin in the area of the nesting we call an onion can get back on their own though. So yeah, any Pikmin that are within that radius will be safe when the day ends. Others need to be in your squad or they will die. So if they're in your squad or in that circle, then they're fine. Otherwise, they're dead when sundown hits. I try to call back any Pikmin who aren't in my squad. Now to give you this message a little bit early on this first day, you do have a bit of time still left. And I do think I have enough time to get this Wally Hop back. So I'm not going to be too worried. There's also another creature here, which is like just a little leaf. It's a fake leaf that it tries to fool you. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab another data file. Rock Pikmin can't be squashed even when trampled upon. So yeah, that makes them very, very good at dealing with Wally Hops. So we have some time left. I guess what I could do is get this butterfly. And I guess I can start tearing down this wall. And while Brittany keeps an eye on those, we're gonna walk back with our buddy Elf here. Oh right, they're gonna walk all the way to the rock onion. I forgot about that. That's okay actually. I think I'll have Elf go there. We'll see if we can pluck them in time. I'm not sure if we will be able to, but it should be fine. We broke down this wall. We could go in there. I don't really want to look in there right now. There's nothing in there that's really all that important at the moment, I think. So instead, I'll bring everyone in here. I'll pluck you. And I think that's all that we need to do with you. We can cancel the go here and we can walk ourselves. If you walk yourself, it is a little bit quicker than if you let the captain go using the go here, but it's not a big difference and you should be fine. Okay. Cool. Oh, wait, no, bring that back. There we go. We can start plucking, and hopefully I can finish plucking everything before day ends. No Pikmin are in danger, so we are absolutely fine. But this way we will have our Pikmin in the onion, and we don't have to go all the way back here next day. So there we go. That will finish off our day. No Pikmin are in danger. No Pikmin were lost. We have a total of 92, which is pretty nice. So the day ends. Red Pikmin are climbing back in their red onion. Elf and Brittany are getting back in the SS Drake. And I think we had a very productive day today. In this liftoff scene, you are able to skip it, and you will see that the nocturnal predators come out. And if there's any Pikmin left behind, those will get eaten in that cutscene, so you already know that you left some behind. But there's plenty of ways to do it. Now, one really nice thing about Pikmin 3, or another really nice thing, is this right here. Red and rock onion combined, meaning there's only one onion you have to worry about that will contain all types of Pikmin. And that means that you won't have to go all the way back to the previous place for your onion. They're all just in the same place, which is going to be really nice. So let's analyze the other fruits, because we did get another piece of fruit, the face wrinkler. And usually at the end of the day is when you analyze any fruit and squeeze it out to get your food supply. And you know that we started this day with only 2, and now we're already up to a bit over 4. Actually, we have another sunseed berry, so we'll go a bit over 5, I think. Now, this is kind of a slow process, and it kind of lags, which it always has done, so I'll probably fast forward that in the future. but I'll ration out the food supply. I can make do with a slightly smaller portion. I mean, he drank a whole bottle by himself yesterday. This time the two of you split. I think that's fine. This is great. We actually have a little bit of a juice buffer. But yeah, you will always use up one bottle no matter how many captains you have. And here we can see the growth of our Pikmin. And we can see discovering the rock onion, getting the sunseed berries, the face ranger, getting Brittany. And then at the end, of course, we drink one. We now have a total of 52 reds and 40 rocks, which is quite nice. We found 3 pieces of fruit total, giving us 4 juice total. And we haven't lost any Pikmin yet, which is quite nice. So that sums up day number 2. Back on board, we ran some analysis on the piece of fruit we retrieved and found it suitable for Kopite consumption. There's got to be more where that came from. Reuniting with Brittany, finding fruit, it's still early days, but things look to be taking a turn for the better. Yes indeed. Things definitely look to be taking a turn for the better. Because that was a very productive day number 2. So with that, we will be moving on into exploration day number 3. And we finally discovered edible matter. Yes, and after careful analysis, my conclusion is that the fruit juice is delicious. I've never tasted anything like it on Kopite. There's got to be more where that came from. Let's focus our efforts on finding as much as we can. But don't forget the cosmic drive key. It's no use finding fruit if we can't get it back to Kopite. Right, gathering food and locating the cosmic drive key. That should be more than enough to keep us busy. And don't forget the captain. We need to rescue him as well. The captain? Oh yeah, he almost slipped my mind. Well, I guess we can pick him up along the way. What's that signal coming from over there? It has to be the captain. Let's hurry up and rescue him. Good idea. He might be hogging all the fruit for himself. We can see where Brittany's priorities lie. Now, one thing I want to do at the end of every day and every episode is go to the talk just to get some extra information. When the sun sets, we take to the relative safety of the air. I wonder what it's like on the surface at night. I would think the nocturnal creatures might make it rather dangerous. We definitely wouldn't be able to sleep easily, that's for certain. Yes, you're probably right. I don't fancy ending up as a midnight snack for some ferocious beast. Good stuff. Today we accomplished a lot. Tomorrow we're heading back to the Garden of Hope to accomplish some more. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you all then.